The World Heavyweight Championship by default is held by Triple H. Now, season mode for each championship is different enough to be interesting through different playthroughs, but finding out little things like this is always really interesting. If you win the Royal Rumble, despite whoever you may choose to play as, you'll basically be role-playing as The Rock going forward, having whoever you have chosen basically repeating The Rock's lines in the build-up to WrestleMania from 2000. If you happen to lose the Royal Rumble or don't even qualify, you'll be thrust into the story of Mankind/Cactus Jack, building up to challenging for Triple H's title, meaning that essentially there is a fluid default champion in this title before you finish the championship story for the first time. It's pretty wild. Now, what keeps people coming back to this game is the story itself and the warning given at the start of each one. Whether you win or lose your matches, the game will continue. The story in No Mercy is like a bonsai tree with its roots stretching out before you. If you cut one path, another one will present itself, much like in real life, meaning that although you have failed once, it doesn't ultimately mean the end of the road. There's always another path that you can take in order to get to your goal at the end. Of course, championship mode isn't always fair, much like real life WWF, although you may find yourself with the WWF Light Heavyweight Championship, for example, winning a hard-fought back-and-forth matchup. The title may immediately be stripped from you just moments later, a total gut shot after such a victory. Of course, because you won such match with 𝓕𝓞𝓭𝓏, the path continues forward, giving you another chance to go up against the champion somewhere else down the line. Now, this gives you some great backstage interactions between other wrestlers and leads to some hilarious-looking segments that can play out. Of course, the story can twist in other weird directions, with you choosing if you wish to play through the Women's Championship role as 𝓕𝖆𝖞𝓓, or even win the Light Heavyweight title with Viscera. Now, in the middle of the Light Heavyweight Championship story mode, I was given the chance to tag with Crash Holly to apparently go for the tag team titles. Unfortunately, I lost, again. Losing every match since being screwed out of the Light Heavyweight Championship sent me on another story route. Taz confronted me backstage and then beat my ass for 6 minutes, submitting me at ringside. Unfortunately, I was granted a rematch and beat him half to death with a piece of table. So fast forward to Survivor Series, on the Light Heavyweight Championship path. The owner of the WWF is in the ring. Apparently, he saw my amazing fight with Taz that went a minute and a half and demanded that Dean give me a rematch that I wanted. I had another hard-fought match against him. After attempt of me coming off the top rope and landing straight onto Dean's knees, I finally hit a Phoenix Splash and won the Light Heavyweight Championship. So what's next? Well, with Jeff now as Light Heavyweight Champion, there's an option to continue the story by selecting Jeff again, having him enter a story where you're tasked with defending the championship in another unique story mode. Also, as the title now has a champion, it can be competed for at any time in exhibition. On top of that, I walk away with an abysmal $2,800 in cash ready to spend at the SmackDown Mall. The Hardcore Championship storyline having you essentially take the role of Crash Holly. This of course eventually leads to the APA,